Oh, yeah.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes, that's it.
Yes, this is Hood Talk, and this is Mr. Nordow, and I'm here with Miss Bella.
Hello, everyone. What's up, Chelsea?
What up, Chelsea? His house. Tell them what the subtitle of the subject today is, because it's gonna get gangster.
All right, now, people. We are here to talk about it, and we hope this will help us as people. Relationship problems that can get worse over time. We're here to address the issues so we can prevent this thing. We can't let it get worse. Relationship problems that can get worse over time. So we have to talk about these things so we can know how to not ignore them and address the issues as they come.
Well, that's what we're gonna do.
Well, hey,
These
how
issues.
you say? Where your gunshot at? Welcome to Hood Talk.
Look, I had to add that at the end, like that shot and
Uh-huh.
well, that do it.
Hey,
What you got on the journey?
number one, being overwhelmed by life. Okay, just say for instance, you and your partner, you're both together, right? But you have all these life issues. You have to take care of this family member, you're dealing with that family member, you got this new little thing in your life, but it takes time away from your relationship. So just being overwhelmed with your life issues, you have to consider your partner, if they're not just there, but hey, they deal with you too. So hey, they carry on your burden. So you sharing your burden with your partner. So being a little overwhelmed with life can cause a great distraction in your relationship. It can be a domineering obstacle in your life and you not even knowing like that. You worried about a job promotion, you're trying to seal a deal on something, you have ailing family members, responsibilities become your priority. Or a child that's out of control, these things become your priority. So you have to think about the circumstances of your relationship. It take a back seat without you even realizing it. So thinking about it, you're able to find motivation to deal with your own issues. How you'll be able to be there for your partner in the hour of their need. So being overwhelmed, by your own life may end up making your partner feel like you're not present in the relationship. Even that's the last thing, we wouldn't want that. So the biggest problem in relationships don't revolve around how you two collectively operate. There may be a problem that you individually face, but you have to make conscious efforts to connect with each other no matter what the situation is, can help you beat common relationship problems. What you got to say about that?
Well, I agree. I think when I listen to you talk about that, I realized that in the old days, they really had stuff a little better, a little figured out a little better because, you know, you did have the yin and the yang. You did have a wife or what's name at the house that was watching over the kids, didn't have to worry about them getting into so much trouble because it was always this what we don't get now. Back in the day, having a two-parent household, if most time if the child went with one parent, he with another parent, or he was at school. Now, if you ain't with one parent, sometimes you with your partners, your homies, and this and that. And they influence you in a different way, and this and that. And I think it goes back again with family. With I think people in general got to get back to the youngsters got to get back into being family. But I don't know if we can ever get back to that time.
Well, it's no hurt or no harm in trying, you know.
No, 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 no. But it's a thing that I feel like, how like you hit a rock bottom. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like sometimes we as black people have got to realize we done hit rock bottom when it comes to family. When we used to be one of the strongest bonds in family, and now everybody outdoing us, the Mexicans, the Latinos, everybody got a stronger bond than us. We can't work together. We can't chill together. We can't hang together. It's always some BS, and nobody is checking the BS. We keep letting the BS override good people. Like we'll go to a party and we see somebody who will let somebody in the party that we know that ain't no good for the party, that might start some mess or something. And when they do it, we don't blame ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We blame we kind of blame them, but sometimes what do you got to blame yourself for letting them in from the door?
When you knew from the beginning, you should. You know, you have to blame yourself because you knew that this was going to be an issue. But no, you give the concept of a possibility, or maybe not this time. But you know, if it's always like that, why would you do
Yeah.
it?
And then I guess that's why I guess these days, I guess if I'm around a situation and soon as I see it getting any kind of toxic, I mean it just these days it's just time to go. It ain't no reason to talk about it.
Or think that it's going to get better.
Yeah, because I mean, we as people, like we living like I'm gonna tell you, black people right now are living like the Wild Wild West. White people and other races done been through this. White people done been where they all had guns. And look at the Wild Wild West. We look at the movies when everybody had got an attitude, everybody reaching for their pistol, everybody, you know,
Everybody ready to draw.
and we don't even realize that we are going through them same motions that they went through of freedom, having the freedom to do whatever you want. This and that comes with consequences. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? They went through all that and they got back to family. They got back to family. They got back to what matters the most. Let me tell you something, ladies. And I'm just gonna shoot it. What's name? If you chasing money and a career most of your life, at the end of your life, what do you really treasure? Because I never seen a woman more happier when she's holding on to a grandchild, or she's rubbing on her child, or she's rubbing on a grandchild. Yeah, it's a twinkle in a woman's eye to be able to do that without like your days off are the best days of your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like women steady talking about running for a career, but all it's doing is pulling your hairs out, making you, eat bad, not exercise. I mean, going to the doctor. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that ladies used to be number one in. And now they falling behind men because women have even worse eating habits and drinking habits than men. Women then got to the point that they damn near drink more than men sometimes.
But
So
they say wine isn't drinking.
yeah, listen, if you got ladies night out, even once a week, you're an alcoholic. You don't even know it. I done been to these meetings and you are what they call a functional alcoholic.
And you know, the sad thing about it is you can become functional without knowing.
Right.
And it takes a circumstance to call you out on it.
Because functional just means you know what you're doing. You can do it in moderation or whatever. You got control of it to a certain point, but you can't stop.
Right.
So it's still functional because if
you're able to do your lively duties.
If somebody say, don't drink for 2 months, what? You look at them like they crazy, huh? Don't drink for 2 months. I mean, I can do it. Let me tell you this what I love to hear women say when you ask them about stop doing something. Oh, I can do it, but I just don't want to. But anytime I want to, I could do it.
Yeah.
And it just sounds like bullshit. Okay. But
before myself.
Huh?
I said I've been there before myself.
Well, I mean,
I can do it if I want to do it. I don't have to have. Not realizing it was becoming an entire problem for me and everyone else around me. But the truth being told, yeah.
You see what Sue said?
So if you drink once a week, you a functional alcoholic.
Yeah, you can look it up.
Gotta have it.
Look, that's what I like about my sister. She gonna look it up. I got the pamphlets and the books over here, so you can always borrow them whenever you want.
Did you say the pamphlet and the books?
Yeah, I went to a couple of them meetings. I wanted to know what's going on and all that old good stuff. And I done been to meetings and all that, got all that stuff, classes and all that stuff, just to, But we just don't realize, and I'm gonna tell you what was crazy. I remember an officer saying, he said, "Let me tell you something. If you eat with all the cars driving up and down the street, with you even getting pulled over, that's a problem. So how many cars that run up and down the street, you got to know that you was doing something wrong.
Right.
For the police to point out you of all the cars, what's the name? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So once it hit a certain time of night and you get pulled over, best believe they already know you already doing something. And that's how they think.
Oh Lord, she said another problem about me unlocked. But you know what? The good thing about life is when we can call ourselves out and hold ourselves accountable for what we're doing. That's growth.
Yeah.
So, all the time we don't have to take things as it's just pointing the finger. So that's not always the issue.
Yep.
All right, let's carry it a little farther. Let's get on in this thing. Different priorities. So we think about you in your relationship, right? but your priorities are different than your mate. Oh, I think my priorities first, my kids. I got to make sure they eat at McDonald's once a week because that makes my kids happy, but you're not thinking about the quality of what you're putting inside your children. Maybe your priorities of healthy life isn't the same as what you're thinking for your kids. So
Read
what you
that.
bringing up for us?
Read those something right quick.
I need you to scroll it up a little bit for me. In a relationship, priority speaks volumes about a person's love for another. Whether you're in a long-term or short-term relationship, keeping your partner with keeping your partner wishes above everything else is a sign of love. However, if your relationship has just then started blooming and you realize that you have two totally different priorities in life, it's time that you reconsider and sort it out. If you let it pass, it may get worse. Bingo. Bingo.
That bingo was his name. Oh,
Okay, bring the kitty songs in. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So, different priorities. Do you have anything else to say regarding that, Mr. Know It All?
yeah. I mean, like, you know, people don't realize what ruins a lot of relationship is not being on the same page, not going on the same road, traveling down two separate roads, and think they supposed to meet somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm going down I-10, you going up I-55. You know what I'm saying?
You're in two different directions.
Damn different directions. And so that's why I always say a good thing about is conversation. Like when you talking to somebody and they start telling you about how they gonna move to Oklahoma and how they gonna do this and do this, and they start saying all type of stuff, you be saying to yourself like, "Hey, I just bought my house. I ain't finna go nowhere." You know, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like you might be in your mind saying, "We thinking about two different things,"
Mm-hmm.
or say you want 4, 5 kids, and the other person telling you that they don't want none. That's different, whole different perspectives.
Right. That's something you have to come into an agreement with so it won't become a problem. Like the couple. What's the couple? What's the girl name from Think Like a Man? Megan Good.
Oh, yeah.
She and her husband, that should have been something that they were honest with each other about before they even decided for marriage. Then they probably wouldn't be at the circumstances they are now.
Yeah. But what it was is they agreed upon something and she broke her agreement because she knew he wanted kids, and ain't no way you stay with him 9 years and say I'm gonna wait till I'm in my father's and I'm gonna get him a kid. No, that ain't how it works. So I can understand what happened. I don't know if everybody else understand, but I truly understand what happened if somebody keep on telling you one thing, but you want something else. I mean, she know this man. This was a single man, and he was getting up there, and he wanted him a family, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I was saying, she wanted a career. She ain't had no career when he was nothing like this. He was standing behind her, whatever. But all he was saying is, You can have a child and have a career. Look at other rappers and other people. Look at the Carly B's, the other folks, Beyonce's. They got kids and a career.
Right. I mean, even if you're in a profession like that, I'm sure at some point you can afford a travel nanny, somebody that can look after the kid while you work, and then you'll
That,
be able to, still
that
be a part of your child's life.
that wasn't the problem. That wasn't the problem with that. She didn't want no kids because kids take work, and a lot of people don't want to do
Tell
work.
me about it. At one point in my life, I didn't want any children. Because I came from a large family and I saw all the sharing and this and that. I'm like, I don't want any children. But hey, I have one and I'm okay with it. Chelsea said, listen, that's a real test in a relationship. Will I move for you? That's a hard pick up your life and start over. It is.
Right. And then let me tell you something about that. Any man that really want to know if his woman really down with him, answer the move. Answer the move and see if she'll follow you. And if she'll follow you and believe in you, then you might got you a one-on-one of chicken dinner. But I mean, if she say, no, I ain't going nowhere. I got to take care of this person, that person, that person. She not putting you priority one in her life in the get-go. So like most men is going through the phase that they want to be just like the older cats. Like they want relationships like old school where, the man and the women put each other first. And women talk about this, but they don't, they a lot of times don't believe in that because say you have kids without staying with that person, and then you try to get another relationship, and the first thing it is, you would think that relationship will work sometime, but sometimes it can't because y'all going in two different paths. A woman path might be taking care of her kids, making sure she's straight, they straight, and that will block her blessings for maybe she found somebody good and this man would love to be with her, this and that, but now her priorities is the kids are more important than him. And he noticed it. You know what I'm saying? When a man know that he's put last in your life, you got you say, oh, my mama, my daddy, my children, my uncle, auntie, nephew, this and that, then you. I mean, men don't want to go through that no more. Men are rather just take care of themselves. If they got a person that ain't all the way down with, you might as well just go out here and live life on your own terms.
I feel you.
You feel what I'm saying? If somebody ain't gonna be, if you gonna be part time, for somebody like or fit in, I say that because like a lot of ladies want a man just to fit in her life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For their convenience.
Right.
And not to convenience them at all, which is not always good.
Right. See, a woman want a man to come in and say he don't have no children.
Mm-hmm.
Or say he coming in the she want him to wait till her kids go to sleep. Till she drop little
Just that creepy stuff.
No, I'm just saying that until she drive. I mean, sometimes there's only time when they have time. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the night or early morning or this and that. So then you got to think about it. Oh, men sitting back saying, well, so what I am is just I really ain't nothing but a booty call or something like that.
Pretty much.
Because
if you're not being a part of the child's lives, they don't know you.
Your day is full. You know what I'm saying? Like I think people don't look at the full day thing. Like what you do 22 hours a day, then you call a man and you say, hey, come now. You
right.
Oh, you don't like me. That's why you can't come. I got things to do. Just like you had stuff to do all day, I got things to do. If you put me last, why should I put you first?
But if
I'm fifth on your list, you should be fifth on my list. See.
Well, like some people, that's what's comfortable to them. If that's all you need in your life is just someone to just get down with, then okay, that's what you deal with. But if you're trying to pursue anything and be in a situationship, where it can grow or whatever, then that's different. But some people live their lives like that. They live their life to just have that little part-time, almost how they say friends with benefits. And the benefit is only to please you.
Oh shit, not good.
Right.
Can you read that comment back?
Said the man ain't supposed to be the top priority. We at least need to be married.
Let me tell you something.
Sipping my tea. Let me hear this.
Only way a woman can get married is to try to make that man her top priority, because that's the only way he gonna make you top priority. What is the top priority? Marriage, right? So if you want marriage, you need to make him top priority. He need to know that you standing behind him.
So if you don't want marriage, you don't have to do that. Is that what you're saying?
Right. If you don't want marriage, sure, play the field. Do you? Just like, what's the name? Told Kurt, do you? So,
but they were married, so that's different.
So guess what? And if we're going to live like that, men have no problem living like this here. That's what women don't realize. Women don't realize men have no problem living how women want to live. If you want to go out there and have sex and have fun and no commitments and that, you think men, do you not watch the old Western days when them lonely men, men used to ride off in there and they'll come in town and kiss the girl, and he ain't been there in 3 months, and baby, I got to go. I don't stay in no town for long, baby, but I'll be back. See ya. You know what I'm saying? And he out of there.
Just like that.
Just like that. But guess what them girls was at? The whorehouse.
Oh, Lord.
Think about it. All the married women was with their husbands out there in the middle of nowhere, gardening and raising cattle and all that. Guess who was all the people doing what you say doing? The hoes at the whole house and the Wild Wild West dude with the guns coming through, get what they want, and then kick it on down the road. What you need? Here goes the money. Break out, son. See you goddamn next time I come in town. Peace. That's how it was. If you just go back and you think about it, and you watch the Wild Wild West days, all the women that's trying to play these roles was in the whorehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Or at the bar. Which was the whorehouse?
The bar of the whorehouse. Oh.
Right. downstairs. Remember, they used to go upstairs to get served. But while they were downstairs, they were drinking, and then the lady come up there
Still a brothel.
and
Still a
come up
brothel.
there and look down and see her man that came in town, one of her dudes. Oh yeah, I got a certain spot for you tonight. Come on up. And he come up there for that, what is it, 30, 40 minutes, and he do his thing. He get up, baby, yeah, I got to go. You know how I got to.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm saying, ain't that right though?
Pretty much.
If you watch the Wild Wild West, you see sometimes people get mad at the truth. See, when I'm sitting up here telling the truth, and you sit back and you think about the Wild Wild West, and you think about what the wives were doing, the wives had long dress on, wasn't showing nothing. They was out there in the country. They had kids with their husband, this and that. All the single girls that they just were hunching, they was at the whorehouse.
Did you say hunching?
Yeah. And I'm just saying. So, I mean, men have no problem living like this here.
Okay.
But when you got 3 children grabbing on the back of your own coattail with no husband, then what? See, that's the problem. That's the difference.
What?
That's the difference.
You don't want to be their dad?
Shit, they got 3 different daddies.
You
No,
did
I'm
all
just
of daddy, you know?
Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying.
I get your point. I get your point.
You mess around and you just, I think little Johnny yours. What? They ain't have paternity tests back then. No. Let me see him when he get about 5. I got to stop it, man. Come on, let go with the next.
The kids got to be asleep so I can get my back broke in. Rhonda said, every woman that just wants the benefits without a relationship aren't whores.
I didn't say that. I said if you watched it, okay, I'm going to do this. Where was the single women at then? I wait. Where was the single women at? That the men just came in and started hollering at the single woman hangout. What was that at? I'm listening.
She'll answer. Let's go to the next comment. Rhonda, answer him, please. Please. Black Queen says, so in order to get the ring, the man has to be top priority, right? The men has to show us that they can lead a family and make his family the priority.
Right. And that should be from the, let me tell you something. You got plenty of men that'll make a woman the priority. The problem is most of the women consider them boring. And you know what I'm saying? And they don't like them. They ain't got no swag. They ain't rah. They ain't 6'1", 6'2". I mean, it's a lot of men out there. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of ladies on this thread that had some man that loved them to death, that would drink their bath water, that would go to work all day and give him a check, and they let him go too.
Well, our laws then.
Because if you do this, if a woman say they consider themselves a Christian or whatever, ain't nobody being raised with Christian values. Ain't nobody telling the children to wait to get married before they have sex. Ain't that a Christian value?
It is. You can tell a person to wait before marriage.
Or what a Christian women had then.
Well, I'm just saying that's the value. You can tell them, but whether they act upon it, that's different. Just like they tell you, don't stick your hand in the fire, it's hot.
All right, let me
do that just to see for yourself.
Yeah, but let me do this. All right. say any woman that's telling a woman just to have fun and just date and just have fun till you're 30. So they don't tell you not to have sex till you're 30.
Well, not too many.
Now, when have you heard that?
Well, I've heard women say that.
Yeah, but how many 30-year-old versions you know?
No, I knew one personally, and she was 28 when she got married.
And he and
That was one in a million.
he hurried up and took her ass off the market. He was like, "Huh? You a who?"
I know, right?
That man changed his whole life. Cause guess
Right,
what?
but he wasn't a virgin. He had a kid already, but he
But
married her.
guess what? He seen special in her. And because guess what? What makes a woman special than another woman these days?
Tell me, I don't know.
Women trying to do the same thing. I look around, all women trying to put color in their hair. All women trying to do this. All the women trying to do. I mean, like, what stands out? Like, what women that's wearing the dresses anymore? No women want to wear dresses. No woman got long dresses. You got to be a Muslim to wear a dress or something. I mean, the values, the people that they want values, women ain't the same no more. Women are different women now. So you're gonna get different men. So you can't feel like, okay, back in the day, the men, if they got you pregnant, the brother and the daddy go hunt the man down, make him marry you, and take care of you for the rest of your life. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now you go and get pregnant, you tell them, I don't want you. So why you lay with him if you ain't want him? See, we do it to ourselves.
Testing the waters.
No,
Testing
you
the
can't
waters.
listen to what I'm saying.
Well, you asked.
Look
I'm
at-
just
no,
answering
I'm
your
saying,
question.
if you actually looking for a husband, this problem. People ain't looking for a husband, they looking for friends, they looking for a good time and stuff like that. Then they want to think they can just go off and look for a husband at 35, 40, and it's much harder then.
Well, either way, whether you're looking for a husband or not, if you get into a relationship and you tell these guys, look, hey, I'm not doing this before marriage. And what do they say? Oh, what you want to do, somebody else will. So how can we be in a win-win situation?
Robin said she ain't see nothing. She ain't say nothing about that. She was like, hey. Now in the Wild Wild West, when I was talking about where the single women was hanging at, where the single women y'all done told me. I told you what a whorehouse was. When people came to town, you seen one big old upstairs, downstairs house. That was a whorehouse. What the other house was? Where the women were? The single women.
Tell us.
They was married. Already married.
Well, they're not single then. They're married.
No, I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. When they came to the town, you either
all the single women were whoring. That's what you're saying.
Right.
Nobody was waiting for their husbands.
When have you seen a Western movie where?
Well, we talking about television, so
No,
I'm just asking them realistically.
Saying, but that was a part of our history. Wild West exists.
Answer this.
Go ahead.
You saying that? Excuse me. Every single woman that wasn't married, she was at the whorehouse. So those women that got married, did their husbands find them at the whorehouse?
No, I'm saying, and when I watched the movie, all I seen was the whorehouse, married women with their husband and stuff like that. But I never seen, or the women that came in town and they had their little children. They were trying to get out of the way when they see the bad people come. They ready to get back out on their little buggy or whatever, get on out of town, back to their husband or whatever. But I'm saying, where did you actually see the single women? When you went to big cities or went to a town, that was a what's name? That's what I'm trying to say. People raised their children back then to be wives. We raising women now to be career women and not wives first. Focus on career first, then wife. So if they was trying just as hard to be a wife that they is on trying to get a career, I'm sure every woman will be married.
Well,
But
you know why? Times has changed. And a lot of times these guys aren't out here seeking wives or women that they can be the head of their household. So we have to incorporate these things into our children. So if you cannot get this husband, or you don't find this man, or he doesn't find you, then you should be able to make it on your own, because time has changed. You don't have too many guys out here saying, I'm looking for a wife. They looking for a girl. They look for their girl or their woman, somebody that they can hold the attachment to without any further thing with marriage or family. People aren't doing that anymore.
Oh shit, not good.
It's not good. It's terrible.
now guess what? I'm glad you broke it down like that. But see, the problem is women stopped being what women was and tried to enter and started trying to act like men and move like men out here. And that's why they get different results. Let me tell you how women moved back in the day. Women moved a certain kind of way and they said, oh, you need a ring on this finger before you even get to Nick. So guess what? When women stop making men put a ring on their finger before they got the nook, that's when stuff changed.
Okay. Well, we understand. And you're saying women, right?
Yeah, but hold on a second.
Okay, go ahead.
See, men can't get all this, men can't just run around and get hooked up, this and that, without women, invite.
Consenting to it.
Right. So if you choose not to get married, what you gonna be doing? Having sex without in wedlock, right?
Some people, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. No, I'm just saying, like if you move from one boyfriend to another boyfriend, it don't matter if you get one boyfriend per a year, 12 years, that 12 boyfriends. Still, you changing up. You understand what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, even with that, you can't make this one-sided.
Right.
We're just saying this is what women are doing. Because men, it says, like you find your good thing, you find your companion. So now you telling us we need to be out here finding our men to settle down to have a life with. So we need to be finding the men to settle down and accept and say, okay, I have a life with you.
Okay, listen. Women always said yes. That's the only way a man can marry a woman. Once he proposes to you, a woman say yes, right? If she say no, they ain't get married, right?
Okay.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
We agree with that.
Yeah.
It's always been like that, right?
Yeah.
So that means the woman actually can choose which man she think right for her. But if she date and she made it where he would have to commit to her long term before he got to Nikki, a lot of people did it. Nick Cannon did it. I mean, a lot of people did it with wives. But what I'm saying is, only way to get it back to that place is women had to come back. Women making slut walks and all this stuff. They trying to be more like men. We want sexual liberation. We want to be able to hunch as much as. It's easy for a woman to give her cootie cat away. It's harder for men. See, let me tell you something. It's harder to find a diamond. That's why diamonds cost more. If we go outside and grab a rock off the ground, we can find a rock everywhere.
But when they find that diamond, that is not something they care to just commit to.
How you know? You don't need but one man. Women ain't, hold on. How many women, mothers now tell them, wait, keep your legs closed till you get married?
Not too many, because they stay out of that situation.
Right. So you can't say what men are not doing when women ain't even moving how women used to move. You can't want. You see, that's why marriage is a lost art, because you can't want something back then and you wanted to bring it now, but you want to be different. You want to be different.
The thing about it is, we can't just say just women has gotten out of that character. Men have. You have men nowadays, they don't even want to be married. They don't even want a wife. You know why? They're looking into their self-gain, what they have. I'm going to have to split this and share this with this woman. So that's one reason I am not saying I do. You can have your diamond from the rough, but you still don't want to commit and marry this diamond because you're so much thinking about what will I lose if anything happened. And the number one thing of fear people of getting married is because they don't want to go divorce. And it's not divorce of losing the person, it's divorce of losing their materialistic things. So many people has gotten into the gain of their own self-materialistic stuff till they don't realize that those priorities are more than a relationship. So materialistic has taken over.
I agree with you on that. But who are the most materialistic people on the earth? When we ask women what they like in men, they start talking about they ride, they got, what they got.
Well, you're in the wrong area.
No, listen. This always been like that. When I sit back and I listen to Kevin Samuels show and other shows, and they ask women what they want, and first thing they say, I want a man making this much amount of money. I can't have a man making less than me because he ain't gonna be able to tell me what to do and this and that. Oh, it's a materialistic world.
Well, you are in a situation.
Hold on, let me finish, because that means a man now is saying to himself, I got to get myself together. I got to get my coins right. All that. That's the only way I'm gonna have my way of being able to get a good quality woman.
Well, hey, if that's what you think, then that's what you think. But if you're a strong man and you know how to rock yourself as a man,
let's catch up. Yeah, let's catch up with the company.
Okay, let's catch up. She was like, where they at? That's what Black Queen said. Tell her then where they at. Chelsea said they call them simps. Most time it be the ones no one else wants. It's almost like they're devalued. Then after the woman gets dogged out by the bad boys, they want to come back to the simp to heal her heart. So sad.
There it is.
Black Queen says some may have been doing all of that, but half of those are cheating, abusive, and unstable.
Listen, okay, I'm glad I heard the abusive thing again, because let me tell you something. Hold on. When we do it like that, all this goes on both sides, because the cheating, we have now realized that women cheat just as much as men do. It's like a couple percentages. What's name? Abusive. Women abuse men just. We see that just by watching the internet. How many men are taping these women, busting their car windows, burning their clothes, talking to them crazy, slapping them across the head, calling them out their name, calling them B words and all kind of things, mental abuse, all that. So we can. The proof is in the pudding. We looking at how women are acting. And ain't nobody saying black folks are acting good. Ain't no race can sit back and say that we are acting like we have you know, Martin Luther King days and Malcolm X days where jokers wore suits and this and that. Man, a joker don't even wear no suit nowhere no more. Joker wear button up tennis shoes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different day of time.
And don't too many men tuck their shirts anymore. They always wear a shirt outside their pants. So yes, you're right.
Yeah. It's different.
Just say you watch too much TV.
I do. Okay.
Yes, you do. You got a second right there. Black Queen said, and men stopped doing what men did back in the day. Finding their good thing. They stopped finding the good thing and just finding a good thing.
Guess what? And just like you said, that women, men can't, like a lot of people that he's saying about how men did back in the day, men used to could whoop their wives at one time. And this was legal.
Whip them how?
Whoop them. Just like they would
chastise a
child. They was legal for a man to do that. But we don't even realize a lot of men, and especially black men, didn't even do this. These was laws that the white men had that they could keep their wife in check. These are not laws that we made. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So
it's part of the law of the land that we are.
What I'm trying to tell you, women ain't never been under, black women ain't never been under the hand of black men. We ain't never dominated over it. You don't know damn man that dominated. Divorce was out when black women was getting with black men. They could leave. They could, it was all kind of stuff. They could call their brother. They could do whatever. I mean, had big families. Joker, I'm telling you, this is people run around talking about abuse nowadays. When the last time you seen a woman with a black eye? This stuff don't happen like that no more. Like like stuff happens back in the day. Okay.
Chelsea said, "You're a functional TV addict. You need TV rehab, Chelsea." Black Queen said, "You have to apply pressure to make a diamond." Bling. Chelsea said, "I truly believe marriage benefits men more than women anyways."
Yeah, just keep them alive a little longer.
Oh, Lord. Kenneth says, "She's just being politically correct." She's no dang on well. There is no such thing as a broke good man. Oh Lord, Black Queen said, "Not just physically, verbally, and emotionally, and intellectually." Chelsea said he's gonna deflect this comment. Chris said, "I got to find me some button-up tennis shoes for real." What that mean? Just said men used to be able to whoop their wives like slavery. What the heck?
Well, like I said,
I gotta look that up because I don't recall that. I used to see a thing like the cavemen, how they used to say they knock the woman out and take her, but that was the legal way of the R word, So I don't know. So I gotta look that up. I haven't looked into that. So that's one thing I will research.
Yeah.
Chris said, "Gotta be cleaner than them Air Force ones." Air Force.
And that's another thing. That's why family was so important, because if a man, and we know this just when we grew up, just in the gang banging era and all that, If you had brothers and all that, ain't nobody put their hands on you. Ain't no man ever put his hands on my sister. Ain't no man ever whooped my sister all her life. That's why when I hear all these talking about abuse and all that, you ain't telling your brother. You ain't telling your family. You ain't telling your dad. You ain't telling your mama, because mama will come over there and straighten some things. If somebody putting their hands on you, open your mouth.
And that be the thing. A lot of times in abuse, you don't tell people.
Yeah. Open your mouth.
You know, you feel like you can work it out yourself. And Black Queen said, laugh out loud. And he did deflect. They talking about you, sir.
No, they're talking about themselves. They ain't talking about me.
Okay.
Yeah. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe to the channel, to the YouTube channel.
Okay, next we're talking about lack of healthy communication. You know how it is when you're not addressing the elephant in the room in fear of instigating a harsh fight. You know, that's all too common example of poor communication in a relationship. Almost all of the issues in relationships can be, resolved. Or at least we can just be honest and judge free for communication, but people don't do that. Just the little things like you left a wet towel sitting on the sink. And if that's an issue for me, then communicate about it. Just put it in the hamper, But some people take the little things and make it big. And before you know it, it will become part of your relationship era. Like, this is over with. I can't deal with this wet towel. So little things that can be addressed and you don't talk about it. It can get worse over time if you never address the issue.
I agree. Yep. That's just a cut and dry with the lack of communication. I just feel like, it speaks for itself. I mean, you got to be able to talk. You got to be able to, get this stuff together.
That'd be a number one problem in relationships when you don't talk or address the issue. You just let it just blow over until somebody's mad, then all of it comes out. That's a terrible way to be because it can come out wrong and the person will not be receiving the issue at the time because you're angry. So everything comes out at one time, that can be a blowback. So they will not even accept what the problem is because you're angry at the time. So before you even get angry, you need to start, talking about the situation.
Yeah.
Chris said, now that you mention it, I've never seen a lady get manhandled, but bees get dish ragged all the time.
Yeah. See, people don't realize ladies that act like ladies, last time you seen them getting handled a kind of way, that be them women that think they King Kong. Ain't got nothing on them.
Well, it be some King Kongs out there that be handling.
Women act like Denzel on Training Day.
Oh, Lord.
I ain't lying, though. You saying, oh, Lord, but then you thinking about it. You like.
Some maybe.
Oh.
But you know what? Women get in situations where they have to defend themselves so much. So they come off harsh, trying to protect themselves and their feelings and what they're dealing with in life. So, they come off a little rough. They come off a little rough. But, even the rough ones can soften up.
I got to look at you. I got to look at you kind of close, man, because you running that game on me now.
Game? Me? Game? No, I'm speaking the truth.
Uh huh. Yeah.
That part.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, I got to look you right there when you run that game like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, do it.
So, what do you have anything else to say on lack of healthy communication?
Nah, let's go to it.
So, it is what it is. Okay. Conflicting and clashing personalities. Black Queen said, and each party has to be willing to listen to what the other is saying. You can't just hear the words, you have to actually pay attention and feel what the other is saying. And that's true. Because if you already have your mind concluded, an assumption of what this person is saying before they even get it out, then hey, you didn't accomplish anything.
Read that right quick.
Sometimes people are, you got something up there. Sometimes people are just controlling and too demanding. This leads to a lot of conflict and confusion. If your partner always tries to control your decision or make every choice in your relationship, or vice versa, your relationship is doomed to fail. In every relationship, understanding and independence is highly important, and it is a must that every couple knows their worth. If you don't know your worth, how can you be worth anything to anyone else?
Yeah, did that. You did that. Oh, what the hell? Okay, that's right. Okay.
You okay?
Now I was trying to see where I was at on the.
Right.
Yeah.
Black Queen says she agreed with that.
Yeah, gotta do real research. Yeah. Conflicting, clashing, all that good stuff.
Right. I mean, when you meet a person, you would know if this is somebody I can probably get along with. If you're in a situation you can't even have a conversation with somebody, you got to think about it. Am I wasting my time here? Is this just my temporal time of just conversation?
Are you wasting your time? Are you?
Well,
What's next?
taking each other for granted. Hey.
Yeah.
You have a lot on your plate. It's easy to fall into the trap of taking each other for granted.
Yeah. Because you know what? A lot of people do this a lot of time thinking they can easily just go find another one just as good or better than you.
Really?
Always trying to upgrade. That's what keep a lot of people saying upgrade. Upgrade you. Upgrade you. Which one of them was that a Beyonce song or
It
something?
was.
Yeah, she kept y'all singing for real. She all
Oh
the
my
way back.
goodness, did you say that?
She been married almost 10 years now, keeping all these women single. If you what it say? If he want, he better put a ring on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. 2 people got married.
Well, no, I'm speaking of, taking someone for granted. Like you're getting caught up in your own life. It may affect the amount of time you're able to spend with your partner. And sooner rather than later, those engaging conversations you had before, you don't have those things anymore. You can take each other for granted when you assume that the relationship will last regardless of the efforts you put in. So you don't know. If you're not putting any efforts in, you don't know. So you don't know a rejuvenation time to time. You don't know how long this is gonna last if you're not putting any efforts into your relationship.
Right.
The problems in the relationships will only get worse when you just expect your partner is going to be there for you, even if you're not pulling your own weight. Oh, she loved me. She gonna be there. She gonna do whatever I say. Oh, okay. So you can counter it by making sincere efforts to set aside some quality time together. Every now and then. It doesn't even have to be every day because everybody, just have their own thing and busy. So I would say like schedule regular dates, text back and forth throughout the day, or just do some non-gadget rules before bedtime every night. Just some sweet stuff.
And I think that can work in a perfect world, but I think every relationship is different, and we'll be crazy to try to take something that works for one set of people and then put it on like say instead of thinking about dates, what do your man like, or what do women say dates because women always want to go out. Women always want to go.
Dates does not mean go out.
No, listen. Ladies like going to okay, do this. What is four-wheeler ride? What is stuff mean, like going to the
Fishing,
going to the
games. Those are considered dates.
No.
Whether whoever called the shot of it, you're spending the quality time together. It's dating. And dating does not always mean take a woman out and feed her.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Fishing is called fishing. I don't know
Okay, well,
when.
you fishing,
I
but
don't
you
know
spend quality
when
time together.
fishing was called a date. See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we got to get out of all this trying to label it, things in a relationship.
Okay,
as-
well, let's not put fishing, and fishing, right? So
Right.
fishing is fishing.
Watching it going
So-
to the game is going to the game.
You said watching you go to the game?
I said going to the game is going to the
It's
game.
going to the game.
It's
But-
not really a date.
Okay, but whether you don't call it a date or not, you're spending quality time together doing something that one or the other enjoy.
Well, guess what? You can spend quality time sitting right there at the house next to
And that's the same. I said
But
the
guess
same
what?
thing.
No, but guess what? Woman ain't gonna like that though.
That's not true.
We need to
I
go.
don't know. You cannot impose that all women are not gonna
I
like
didn't
you,
say,
but you
see,
know
you
it.
doing that all stuff again.
Now, well,
I didn't do that.
some that you
I'm
dealt
saying
with,
most.
you
When I
cannot
said
saying that
I can
most
say
women will
most.
not enjoy that. Quality time comes in all shapes, size,
so,
forms.
most women like sitting at home with a man they're going out with.
Most women will. You know why? Because that man's spending time with her. Quality times come on all levels, and I'm saying it does not take a lot to give a little time. It's not good if the only time, just say if, for instance, you're not living with your mate, so you get together and do whatever, even to watch television or even have a conversation face to face. That's quality time, whether you know it or not.
I understand what you're saying.
A walk in the park. Meet and let's talk. Those things are important.
Listen, I've never these days seen a woman consider that a date. Sitting at the house. Let me tell you the first thing you're gonna say. I don't want to be cramped up in the house. I've been in the house all week. I've been in the house all week. I'm ready to get out. Let's go do something.
That's not my fault that's
No,
what
I'm
you
just
feel
saying.
with.
I'm just saying what a lot of women do. Let's catch up with these comments, but I'm telling you,
Mhm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. What were we on?
Black Queen said people get comfortable in a relationship, and they do. and they deflect from the people. They get too comfortable. Chelsea said, that's something I'm struggling with. Work on it, girl. All right. Got me a right. Like Queen said, she struggled with that too. I was finna be singing that song, I Ran a Good Man Away. You better watch it. Anytime set aside for just you and your significant other is a date. Right, but you don't have to just say, we're going fishing.
Okay.
It's our date. You
Okay.
just know that the quality time or the purpose of you getting together, it may not be considered date to you, but to women, you know, that's quality time.
That means there's a date with you, him, and the kids at the house. That's a date.
That's a date too.
No,
You set aside quality time.
That's family
Quality time. No, it's still quality time is dating. Whether you're dating me and the kids or whatever, you know.
I want some men to jump on here and talk back because
We need them to wake up because you don't know what to say right now.
Y'all just coming up with stuff right
Chelsea said it's called a fishing date.
now. Yeah, I'm making up stuff.
Look, women like to spend time no matter what they're doing, sitting at home or sitting by the dock of the bay. Okay, that's what I just said. He doesn't understand. We don't have to just say we're dating. We just spending this quality time together.
There it is. Go ahead.
Chelsea said, but I don't want to sit at home every time, though. That shouldn't be a norm. That's how men get comfortable. Nobody wants the same thing over and over. Switch it up.
Oh, but that's a date. Quality time. See, hold on. It's starting to bleed out them a little bit. They're gonna start bleeding a little bit.
But listen.
Go ahead.
So you're telling me that if all you want to do is just sit at home and watch a movie, or sit at home, watch YouTube, sit at home, watch sports on television all the time. That's all you ever do. Don't you know that's going to become habit forming? That's what you do. It's nothing about it is special.
Now, listen what you just said. You said, hold on, just a minute ago, it was all right. It's quality.
No, I was asking you.
Hold on, listen.
Still all right.
It ain't special. It ain't special to sit at home. I thought the whole thing of quality time was special and all that. Now it ain't special sitting at the house. Oh, you don't want to just sit at the house and just do the same old thing over and over.
Okay, well, when you're done, I have a question for you.
Glaring at each other's eyes and have nice conversations and all that. I mean, hey, it's starting to bleed out, y'all, though.
Let me tell you. So, if you're a person that go to clubs every weekend, are you okay with going to the same club every weekend? Do you have to go to another club? Can you stay at that same club all the time?
It's going on if it's my Friday or Saturday night spot.
Oh, see there? See what I'm talking about? So you even need to switch up for your hangout spots. So why wouldn't you want to switch up or make something better for your relationship?
That's what I'm going to do this. Just like a little ground folk club I know it's certain men, they go to a certain club and they go to that certain club all the time. Now, it ain't always the same women that pass through there. There's different women coming in and out of that club. But the same men are there at them clubs. Guess what? You remember that old show Cheers? You want to go where everybody knows your name. That's how men kind of rock. Men go to their comfortable spots where they know what's going on. Here. Men don't like going to all these uncomfortable spots.
But listen, when they go to those spots that they're comfortable with, are they just companion? They're going by themselves, or they are accompanying, or letting somebody accompany them?
Well, guess what?
Are these spots that you can go and take your significant other, or it's just for your time?
Listen.
So it's different to have your quality time and your time with your significant other. So is this somewhere your partner can go with you as well?
I can talk now.
Oh, that's how you gonna ask things because I'm asking questions.
I'm saying if he going to the same spot he don't mind taking it. It's men. When I used to go down to couple, it'd be men taking a woman to couple every Saturday, same seat, all that. What's the difference? The difference is when you out at the club, you're around other people. When you at the house, you might be there with just your significant other. So it's still that women like to go out and be around other people. Men like to go out and be around other people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So why would you even try to deflect that you saying staying at home is dating, that women get tired of that or they don't want to do that? I'm just like Chelsea. No, hold on. Like Chelsea said, don't make that a norm that's all you do. Like sometimes guys want to get away and go out to their certain spots and hang out because, you know, this is just what you enjoy doing. This is your spot. You know, so why not just switch up sometimes? Not saying that you have to just date at home only.
Guess what? Newsflash, men and women don't like the same thing.
We understand that, but you're missing the point of what I'm trying to make.
No, you don't, because guess what? Men
you
and
know
women,
what? As usual, I'm gonna let you have
Hold on, you bucking now.
No, I ain't bucking. I'm just ignoring it. I let it ride.
No, you bucking, because guess what? If a man does a certain thing, right? If a man goes a certain place, okay, he might can do this a long time or this and that. Women might, like you said, we like stuff different. We like this. We like this. You know why they open all these different restaurants every week? It's because women like different restaurants every week. If a man found a good spot, get why a man go to a certain restaurant, he be like, man, it's some nice joints over here. Oh, they done moved over there. They ain't at Chili's no more. They at the M-Bar or they at the other club. That's
why men go out, because of nice junks.
Yeah, heels.
Oh, okay.
Guess what? If you at a club and all the women got tennis shoes in them, then you done lowered the standard of class. Because this is not a classy joint if all the women got tennis shoes in them, right? This is a hood spot. Yeah, most of them got on tennis.
Couples.
Guess what? No, I'm saying no. They wear heels. You ain't no regular couples goer, so you can't be jumping on couples. You don't go to couples.
Well, I'm just saying you said couples.
No, I'm saying
I'm not a club goer like that.
But I'm saying you can't, if you don't go no place, don't be acting like they be all of them in there.
No, I've been the couple of times I've been. I see dresses and tennis shoes, so I just asked. I said, you said couples. I don't know.
I don't know. Because like it's just like people go to VFW don't even allow people to have tennis shoes go up in them. So it's like the standard that you get for different places.
Well, if clubbing is what you do, then that's what you do.
Let's catch up on
No. If clubbing is what you do, that's what you do. You have your own perception of what you enjoy. But we were talking about with you and your significant other.
Did you read that one?
If you're going to sit in the house, at least set the table, cook a good meal, play board games, watch a movie. Again, she's just being politically correct.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Going out on date is out to eat, dancing, etc. Call it is what it is.
Right. Not sitting at home, like I said. That is not a date at the house. And they proving it to us, Kenny, because all of them talk. Listen, Ken, all of them starting to talk about, oh, don't we do the same thing? This and that. I thought it was quality time. I thought it was
That's
quality
what I said.
time.
That's
And
what
you
I
just
said.
happy
It's
to
quality
be
time.
around this person. But when it all said and done, they need somebody gonna run these streets with them.
Oh Lord.
Let's don't do that all the time, stuff. Come on, read Chelsea right quick.
It's not special if that's all you do and don't try to put any effort towards making it romantic. That's what men fail to realize. I don't want to just sit around and fart on each other. It's about the effort. It's about going out of your way to make the other person feel special. If you love your significant, you would do that. You wouldn't make excuses.
Okay. Is y'all doing that? Is ladies making it romantic? Or is it up to the man to make the stuff romantic? Since y'all got all these dreams, y'all don't want to watch these too many movies. Y'all watch
my goodness.
movies and all these books and read all these books. Y'all read a whole book in 2 days. A stack of books this high, 2 days. And there's love, all this prince and he's caressing and all this in each section. He picked me up and walked me around the room. And knowing half these women know, can't no man pick them up and walk them around the room. Can't even walk them to the bathroom. I'm just saying.
Okay. Please get a silent to reflect the point. I do. And I'm working on that.
Hold on, this for you, Chelsea.
Yes, he is being very close-minded. He hear the words and not listening to our what we are saying. He keeping it one-sided, and that's what he does often, and it's not fair. We're here to talk to everybody. Chelsea said he's listening to respond and not understand. We used to it though. Okay. Yeah.
But guess what? Even the other dude said that it's not a date sitting down. Y'all was sitting up here.
Wait a minute. Go back. Go back.
Oh.
Go back.
What?
Go back and show what he said. Go back and say what Kenny said.
I got it.
He said, no, go right before then so we can understand what he meant by that. He said going out on dates is out to eat, dancing, etc. Right?
Okay. But he says not sitting at home.
He said not sitting at home.
Right. And y'all said that sitting at home is a date too. I said, eat with the kids. And y'all even, hold on, even look, I baited you up because I said, even with the kids is a date.
You didn't bait me because let us define what it is. Okay, hold on a second.
Oh yeah, I want you to do this. Define a date. Oh yeah. Let me see what.
Right there. I need to make that bigger so you can see it. And would you mind sharing and reading this for me? Right there.
Okay. Raise it up.
You need it bigger?
Nah, that right there. All right. A date is spending time with another person that enjoys and allows both to go closer together. If the other person is simply being a drag along, this may not be a date. See how it said, if you are both acknowledging you enjoy the presence of the other person, you're on date, don't matter what you're doing. But it showed them out at the restaurant.
Okay, so now you're reading a book from his cover.
I'm looking at the picture.
You're not understanding anything you just read. You just read the book from his cover. Now, come on now. Is that what you're doing? Oh, there it is. Black Queen said, yes, he is being very close-minded. We read that. Okay, we read that too.
Hold
on. Black Queen said, back in the day, couples was a dress to impress.
Right. I agree.
No woman wants a home date.
Right.
That isn't true. I asked for home dates. I would rather home dates.
You hear the man saying it though.
Well, no, that's what a man said, but he hearing it from a woman. So hey, I'm one of the ones.
Here go another man.
Chris said, in any relationship involving a man, if you're irritating, bitchy, or just overall negative, or it's never really a good time when you're involved, ain't nobody trying to go anywhere with you. Oh, wow, Chris. Kenneth said, home comes after the date, and that's the time to hunch.
Right. There it is.
So close, boy. Oh, it's so terrible.
The date is
I thought this is grown and sexy.
Listen, you hear them. But see, that's what I said. Men and women see stuff so different because
okay.
Now, hold on. You said, oh, it's about spending quality time, and no matter where you are, a day can be at the house, this and that. Then you said, right at the same breath, oh, you don't want to do the same old routine and boring and this and that. Oh, because you want to go different places, just like I said in the first place.
Who said that?
People want to go different places. When I said women, that's why they open up so many restaurants, because women.
Okay, you said that. Okay. Child. Boy, you showing them narcissistic traits tonight. Yes.
Whatever.
Narcissistic. And that's for you.
Is that a finger sign?
Two of them. You're welcome, Black Queen. Before y'all get y'all panties in a bunch, you know good and well a woman will have lunch every day with somebody they hate for years.
Right. Facts. Now to get that free meal a date. It's women that go on dates, little dinner dates and dates that people they don't even like, just get a free meal every day.
Really?
Yeah.
No, if I ain't fooling with you, I'm sorry. If I ain't fooling with you, I'm not fooling with you.
It's a woman that works right now.
Did you say every? No.
Listen, it's a woman right now. If a man at her job or whatever, and he got a nice job, or he said, hey, let me take you out to what's that place, that old place that's by the Hilton over there?
Dragos.
If a man come to her and say, hey, let's go to Dragos, what woman turning that down? I'm listening.
I don't know.
I'm saying even if she don't like him, is she gonna turn that Dragos down?
Well, you don't ask me then, because the answer is I will.
I understand that, but I'm saying
okay. So don't ask me. Other women he's asking, would you turn down? He said somebody you don't even like. Would you go to lunch with them because they asked you to go to Dragos? So that's the question.
Okay.
He said, men ain't doing that. You unpleasant. I'm out. I just kind of gave up on dating. Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, because I mean, it's a joke.
Dating is a joke?
Yeah. Dating is a joke sometimes, because
that's probably why people don't date then, huh?
Right, because guess what? Men realize after all these years of watching their daddies and all these old men tell them how, yeah, you take a woman on a date and they get their free meal, and then they go post it up. Now they posting up on social media. Yeah, I've been on 3 dates this week, and men are watching men are listening. Men are seeing women play these kind of games and things.
From a date? How you
Yeah.
gonna play games from dating?
Swipe right, swipe left, all these tender things and all this stuff that made for women. Period. A bunch of. And women and men just on there trying to hunt. They ain't out there trying to date like that. Okay, guess what, women? Guess what? When you just said, just long as they enjoying company, it's men now that just want to go on coffee dates and park dates and stuff like that. Women get mad now. They don't want that. They want food and drinks on their dates.
No, women actually want that. We
What?
don't get that. We don't get dates. See, it's some women out here that enjoy things like that. And it's not our fault that you choose the women that want more than what you're offering, because it doesn't take a lot of things for some women. Simple things are just as important. You know, like me. I don't date. I can't even recall the last time I can just say a date. It's been a long enough time, probably over a month, you know, since I can say date. So no, I can't even call it.
Let's catch up over there.
Nah, don't catch up. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, we heard you.
Just said shit. I'm gonna try to hunch after 2. We practically the same women, just need a little razzle dazzle to get there, a little romantics to get the vibe going. Right. So I'm saying it doesn't mean that we're not trying to give up the cookie. We just want you to date us too. Just said I don't go on dates, just got free food. So you don't go on dates, you just got free food. So she just went. Black Queen said that part. Chris said, I ain't even talking about dinner simps. I'm talking about girlfriends. Kenny said, women just want the money.
There it is.
From who? Can y'all please say women?
Some women. She said some women.
Can y'all please say some women?
Yeah.
Because you've been saying y'all and all too. So, hey, we all get into
Ain't nobody said no
You have said y'all and all.
Y'all mean y'all just
Y'all
mean
is
a
short
lot.
for all.
Y'all just mean a lot of y'all. That's all.
We'll say
So
like you tell
like
us.
say if
most.
you walk outside and you say, y'all come on in. That's
That's everybody. Everybody coming in.
Some people gonna stay out there. Why?
That's the parking lot. Pimps stay outside. So whatever. Just said, why are there men that's afraid of women taking money they don't even have? Kenny said, women claiming independent don't want a man to be able to tell them nothing.
There it is. There it is. And that's where we at now. Women want to be independent.
Well, that's the ones y'all knocking off, the independent women. You know you can get it. She just independent. She just independently giving it away. Are you just reading this to yourself?
What? She said, no, he said, well, taking the money, why I'm afraid of women taking money.
Okay, when we had went to the next.
Take something that they don't have. But they doing it.
He said, good, you grown. Ain't no absolutes. Motherfuckers be so tight with that money and worried about somebody taking it. Nobody's stunting them $5 funky ass dollars. That's your folks, honey. But they have multiple men, so they are yearly men dependent, not independent, but men dependent.
Right. They'll be sitting up there talking about how they independent, but they got a man for everything. I got a man to pay bills. I got a man to do this.
So where you pick them up at? Where we can get those men dependent qualities? What are the men dependent qualities, Kenneth? Let me know. Because, maybe we don't understand. You may help women out while you're talking.
They got the mechanic over here. They got See, they got so many different. They got the mechanic over here, then they got to do their work on the house. They got the other dude, the plumber. They got the dude with the car. They got the nice dude.
What he does with the car?
Take them to grocery shop or whatever. You know, women who might not have no car.
Oh.
Yeah. All that in a bag of chips.
He said, not on this live. Stop capping. Kenny said they claim single, but they fuck with just a few good men to make ends meet. Did you just say that?
Oh, but shoot. And I believe it. Look, Ken is the closest thing to a pimp. Then okay, now I'm gonna do it like this. See, Ken, wow. I'm gonna tell you. Nah, but me and Kenny, see, Kenny know a lot about women too, cause Kenny used to run a strip club. And
well, just because you hunched a lot of women does not allow you to know a lot about women.
And we done worked in a strip club together, so I have very confidence in a man like Kenny that done been around so many women, and he know the game just like I know the game. I mean, like a lot of people can be fooled, but when you know the game. He said ex-pimp. Pimping in his blood though, player. Right. Same here. I mean, shit. Been out there, but hell, man, hard working businessman now.
But I'm just saying, you know, it just isn't fair for the few women that choose to try and live a better life. And just because you have sex with women, a lot of women, does not mean you know women. Or just because you've been around a percentage or a crowd of women does not let you understand all women or most women.
You're doing it again. Now you doing it. Now you doing it all.
Well, that's why I said most. So I corrected myself.
We can talk about most now.
I took accountability for it. I said most. I went back.
Like,
I said all. I took it back and said most.
Yeah. Because when I say most,
back and said, I just corrected it.
No, I'm saying. But
okay, well, you taking away from my point I was just making. So that's fine.
What I'm saying, when I say most, I'm just talking about 51%. If it's 100 people in the room and 51 people doing this, that's most. Because 49 ain't. They pass this over the house all day, every day. I see them, they say 51, yay, 49, now, and the bill passed. So that's the same thing go on the show. Hey, if majority doing something, the bill gonna pass. I'm just saying, we know what we talking about when it come to women out here.
In Mississippi.
Nah, he been all over.
No, I asked you a question. I ain't asked by nobody. I just said in Mississippi. Are you talking abroad?
Well, can tell me all the cities you can talk about. He said he been around all of them. He said, have you been around me? Or you haven't been around.
I second that. Women want a man to wait for sex, but they don't want to wait to ask for money. But hey, we just got instructions from Mr. Know-It-All.
Abroad.
Okay, we just got instructions from Mr. Know-It-All said that we should try and hold back on giving up the cookies. You know, and then, like I said, as soon as a woman try to hold back and not to give you the cookies, then it's gonna be like, if you don't do it, somebody else gonna do it. So where would we benefit, or what would we gain from not giving up the cookies.
Oh, believe me, that man ain't the right man for you if he don't want to wait on them cookies. You know what I'm saying? These days, if he look at your personality and he don't like your personality, see, some dudes will get your cookies and don't like the personality. But if he like your personality and you don't give him the cookies, I mean, it's a possibility that you could get married. It is a possibility.
Child.
Read
Black
that.
Queen said he knows the ones that would do anything for change, be it for a reason or a need. Some of us women want it through hard work and help a good man. Well, we'll just be swept over, but it's all good. He said more states than people been to states. Oh, okay. So you got this salted, you got that Stevie J sauce. Just say y'all be messing with the hood rats, gremlin hoes. Goodbye. They do not count for everybody, and do not.
Yeah, I do. And she doing that everyone stuff. And
no, she's just saying they don't count for everybody. So that
look, she said don't count for everyone. We don't do every. Remember? Most. See, doing that every. And every don't go on.
She said it does not. Look, she said it don't. Don't made it negative, meaning everyone does not mean everybody. Like
billions of
she
people.
Said don't. It does not count for everyone.
It's 9 billion people. I'm sure it don't count for everybody with 9 billion.
He said don't before everyone. Okay, so that made it a negative. Kenny said, but don't want a man to hold back or giving up money.
Right. Okay. She was just talking crazy, talking about the funky $5, remember? But why you even worried about funky $5 if you don't want it? Yeah, that part. Game recognized game.
He said that's why a lot of men buy cookies. They should be Girl Scout prices, but I'm sure you pay the $40, right, Kenneth? She said, nobody I ever dated can say I begged them for money. Stop effing with these Section 8 $30 rent females, and they don't even count for most women. So that is even more of a reason to stop all this capping.
Wow. Let me tell you something. Every woman is a one job away from a $30 rent female. And I done seen the best of them with good job, talk all this stuff and lose a job, and they right there in that place getting that help and this and that. Sometimes everybody need a little help. See, just because you've been blessed, you know what I'm saying, and things growing up and things that you don't need help like that. You've been raised by strong men around you and all that good stuff. I understand. But most women ain't been raised like that. Not even with men in their life like that too tough. I hear you. Let's go to the next subject because I like that. She said she can go tit for tat all night. There it is. What he said.
I don't do the $40 actions. I fuck with women with real responsibilities. Children, or what type of responsibilities? I'm just asking. Chris said exactly. If a woman holds out and he haul ass, either your personality is trash or he was just in it for a good time, no loss.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm saying I don't think the ladies are really listening to me. But what I'm saying, because I'm not saying that wrong. We saying how men think. Men are on here telling y'all how men think when certain things go. Let me tell you something. A virgin can always get married in every country. A virgin can get married. Every country. It's not a virgin. A woman that saved herself for marriage is not one that's not married. That saved her virginity, except for Venus Williams. Yeah, that's the only person that I heard. Venus about almost 40. She just turned 40 and she a virgin. 39.
Who is this?
Venus Williams' sister.
Oh, okay.
Vanessa Williams. The other Williams. So
Venus, that's her.
what the other one is?
Sabrina. Is
What?
it Sabrina?
No.
It's Venus and Sabrina, ain't it?
No.
Okay, let me see. Serena.
Who?
Serena is the one that's married with the daughter. Venus is the virgin, right?
Yeah, okay. Serena? Is Serena?
Yeah.
Huh.
You don't remember your girlfriend name? I thought that was your boo till she got married with children.
I ain't studying.
Joseph, she's not talking to you, pimp, player pimp. She's talking to Kenneth. She was talking to Mr. Know-It-All. A hoe can't get married, so what's your point? Hoes be getting husbands, honey.
Everybody can get married.
Hoes be getting the husbands. They be the ones get the good men.
Listen.
Oh, hey, that's what I was.
Y'all keep on pressing this false narrative. And you keep on pressing this
Hoes
false
be getting the
narrative.
husbands, honey.
Yeah,
I'm a witness.
Yeah, hoes get them some hood niggas.
They sure do. They get some husbands.
Whatever. They get husbands, but they don't
get husbands.
They don't get what they want. They get what they got.
I guess.
They get the bad boys. Bad girls get bad boys.
Jill says she know one right now that's not married. I hope her name isn't Chelsea, but okay.
What, a virgin?
No.
That's what she's talking about.
Yeah, that's what he said, Serena.
Serena, yeah, you just.
Chelsea, you saying a virgin or you saying a hoe that's not married? Yeah, that's what we were saying. We was trying to think of the name Serena.
Yeah.
I know it was something Sabrina or something.
Yeah.
Chris said, or he might be sport fishing. He might fish that hole for years, and when you finally bite, he still throw your ass back.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you lock it down, make them get that ring from the door, then you ain't got to worry about none of that.
Black Queen said, because they keeping it interesting, and I'm not mad. So Chelsea, Mr. Kenneth said, say what? Please go to the next comment. Let me help you out. Mr. Kenneth said to you, Chelsea, he said he is Mr. X pimp player. You call him pimp player. He said he X pimp player. Chelsea said, yes, I know a virgin that's not married. Oh, how old is she, Chelsea? Yeah. How old is this person?
I bet she ain't over 30. I bet she probably 23. And they probably think that's old.
But you know, I knew a virgin that she didn't have sex or whatever. And when she got married, she was over 40. And she had a baby when she was 45.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I want Bella to answer this question. Go ahead, Ms.
Kenneth said, tell me exactly what women mean when they ask what a man has to bring to the table.
Go ahead.
And when I say what a man has to bring to the table, I'm saying, what do you have that will make my life better?
No,
What
we
do
wanna
you
hear it.
have that will enhance what I can bring too?
We want to
Because
hear
I got to bring something to the table as well.
it. We want to
So
hear
I'm
it.
not actually, excuse me,
We want to hear it.
I'm telling it. I don't actually think that when you say bring it to the table, it only means money. First of all, you got to be able to like the person you've been dealing with. If I can't stand you, don't like your company, we can't even talk, have a conversation, you're not somebody that needs to be in my life. Past financial stability, because you can always get somebody that needs your financial assistance. That come a dime a dozen. But if you can't even get along with the person, that's number one. You got to be able to get along with the person first and foremost. It is what it is.
At 26.
Oh, okay.
She'll be married soon. And she got a boyfriend. Is she even dating? See, you got to think about it. She might have went off to college, did her 4 years and all that type of stuff. Is she dating? Because, see, a lot of women ain't trying to.
Gerald said, I guess you're trying to say whoremongers don't get good women. Oh, man, no, because they out there chasing the prostitutes and paying for it. So that's what happened. It's some whoremongers out there that they do have a good one, but they'll end up losing that good one because they don't realize the value of that good woman until she's gone.
I'm gonna ask you this: who gets good women?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
How you gonna ask me? I don't get women. You answer it. That's a man perspective. No, you can't ask me that question. I don't get women, so I can't give you no answer like that. I'm trying to be God myself. What you talking about?
Hold on. You said the girls, the whores getting married. A lot of hoes, prostitutes, whatever, women of the streets getting married. Right?
I said.
Go ahead.
I have seen whores get husbands. That's what I said. I said that. I said whores. I ain't say nothing else other than whores.
No, I said whores.
Okay.
What else I said?
You was listing another thing, but still it's the same thing. But okay, go ahead. What's your question?
Well, what I'm saying in so many words is when you say, how do you know they whores?
Because I know them personally and they give it out like it's napkins and they got husbands.
Okay. Do they got good husbands?
Yes. Take care of them husbands. Like provide for the house, protect them, all these type of things, Whether they be alpha or what, regardless, I don't know, but they married and they still out here tricking and
But
they have
you think they leveled up like they married to a man that that really got himself together?
That really has himself together?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has himself together. They have themselves together. They just under a hidden cover. I guess he doesn't know what they're doing outside of their marriage. But they have a husband. And I know a couple of them. They're both successful. So it's not a financial thing. So it's not like, she need his money or he need his money, their money. But they're just out there just giving it away. But they have a husband.
Oh shit, not good.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Read that. What
Chelsea said, when we say what you bring to the table, do you have your own job? Do you have your own transportation? Do you have your own spot? Basically, do you match my responsibility?
Yeah, all that take money.
It takes money
all that was talking about money, just like he was saying. Don't no woman want no dude that ain't got himself together, a broke dude. And then we just said that a man, when we saying a man is getting himself out here and he chasing money trying to get himself together, y'all act like that was a bad thing. Oh, men are paying attention to themselves and being selfish and trying to get their money right and trying to get themselves together. Duh, that's what they supposed to be doing.
Who knocked that?
But look what she just said. She said, "Do you have your own job? Check. Do you have?"
He's trying to make sure she don't need to take care of you.
Check. Do you have your own spot? Check. Okay, if he got all that, what he needs you for?
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying.
Companion.
I understand, but like my boy said, if you ain't got nothing to talk, see, a lot of women think just because they got that monkey between their legs, that they think that that's all they need to secure a man. A lot of women don't have no kind of conversation. Don't know how to talk to men because they were never groomed to even get along with a man, even try to talk to a man. They look down on men. And once you start looking down on men, it's hard to look up on them again. See, that's what I'm saying. If she not dating, I mean, hey, how can she get married?
She said, yes, Bella. There's a song called Add to Me by Lettucey. Oh, yes. Think I spelled her name wrong. I think you're right, Lettucey. So why when the two start dating, the woman looks for her man to pay some and all her bills? How was she paying them before dating?
Right.
Like I said, all women don't do that.
No, we ain't said. See, you doing that all stuff
No,
again.
so there are a lot of women that don't do that. Let me say that. Let me correct myself. I'm holding myself accountable. I said all. A lot of women don't do that. So it's not our fault if the side of the women that you have become encounter with that's looking for someone to pay their bills. There are a lot of people out there that can carry their own and be a part of your life without expecting you to give them something other than quality time or their companionship that comes with their.
You know what that man can. You know what that mean. You got to reach up, dog. You got to look up in the sky and look for a higher caliber of woman on a certain level to even. You know, like you said, you're a business owner. You got to look for a woman that's handling her business, got her own paper, and then it work out better.
Now we can't be concerned if a man has a job, a car, and all these things, but you have to look out for that. See how this coincide? It's so one-sided.
Guess what? If a woman coming to me saying, "Oh, you need to have your job. You need to have a car. You need to have your own space." Okay, if I turn around and she got the same, she got all.
You need to have the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. She don't need me for money. We can actually have a conversation without her begging me because she felt like she got herself together and I need to pay half of her just putting clothes on to come to a date. Some women are like that. Some women nowadays feel because they made themselves up for a date that the man need to share in some of that responsibility.
Okay. Black Queen said she broke it down. She's talking about me, sir. He said, who? Who what, Gerald? What you mean? You know, we be going so fast, so sometimes you have to elaborate, what you mean. That's all I'm saying. Chelsea said she was paying them with her money. And also, y'all be having the audacity to ask for sex. So the women have the audacity to ask y'all for money. Most time, we don't even climax.
Now, you heard that. Now, she didn't even hear what she just said. She just turned it into just a prostitute right there. She just did that. She just did it. So a man asks you for sex because guess what? A man had to do that now because it's considered rape if he make a move on you or something like that. It's a, so now a man had to ask, can I have sex? And why he going? He got to say, can I keep going? If you say, oh, or any kind of motion that you want him to stop, he got to stop and say, oh, you all right?
Well, if he doing it right, you're going to say, go, daddy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Carry on.
Some people done stop. Look, sometimes you're gonna say no, and you stop and be like, oh no, keep going. I ain't mean stop. Yeah, but the shit, you can't be saying no in a sexual thing now. Cause men see that is getting me in trouble. You mess around and say no. I gotta pull out.
Well, you should do that anyway. Patricia said, hello, you guys. I'm so late. I know this topic was interesting. Yeah, but you know, you're not too late. We still have a few more things to talk about. Kenneth said that take us back to the original question about what he brings to the table.
Right. That part.
Kenneth said, I feel the same way about my money as a woman feel about her cookies. Okay. Nothing's wrong with it. And you should.
Both of it is precious.
You should. If that's what's precious to you, hang on to it. Right. So you probably feel more about your money than you will your stick. You know, you'll give your eggplant away probably before your money. So, yeah, that's typical some people. Chelsea said most women don't do that, but the ones that do, I'm sure that's why.
Did we do not being able to trust each other?
No, that was the next thing that was put up.
Okay.
Not being able to trust the other person in the relationship or partnership will cause problems, you know, in your situationship. So I'm saying situationship, wherever you call it, relationship, stats, whatever, you know. Kenneth said, I work for my money, but God gave her the cookies for men. Really? Really, God? Is that what you did? Chris said, men want to satisfy women, but that's the problem. They're unstable. But if you want your kids' mama to try to get them everything right, so it's a good thing. But to focus on her is to lose focus on the job. Really? Y'all can't do two things at one time. Oh, okay. He said, say it, man. I didn't say nothing. I just said, did God say that? That's all I said. Patricia said, well, I'm back. I was in a relationship for 3.5 years and never asked him for one red cent. No, we wasn't living together, but when we met, he said he got money. I didn't ask him for that, but he was asking me for money, which was crazy because, you know, hey, please make me understand. He did say he was spoiled, and I told him I am too.
But he was a pimp. He supposed to ask you for money.
Well, if he was a pimp, does that make her something? I'm just asking.
Uh-oh.
Chris said, we all just have to find a balance. We are how we are. Many things we can't control, but we all have natural tendencies. With the right perspective, we are perfection. Okay, I can vouch with that. Black Queen said, not being able to trust in a relationship or whatever comes from a lot of different avenues in a person's life. And it does. A lot of times, you know, they say women are so insecure, but men have insecurities and they feel like there should be overlooked, like it's a norm, you know, like it's okay for me to go and follow you and see what you're doing or see what you're doing, check your phone. But you're not supposed to do mine because you're insecure. You need to work on yourself. But it's okay for me to be insecure because I'm a man.
One thing I noticed about the ladies, they all can't go 2 seconds in the y'all own stuff then flip it and flip it on me. Men
No,
do,
no, no. Listen,
men do
this
that.
no.
Guess how many times I hear men do it too on this thread. And this, you know what?
Because this is what we're talking about.
I'm gonna make another show called Men Do It Too. Because that's what women love to say. Men do it too. Stop trying to do what men do. Do what women do. And that's the problem.
That's not what we're talking. That's not even what we're talking about.
Let me do this though. What do women do? Because see, what do women do? Because we know what women do. We know what men do. But what do women do now?
We're telling you.
What is a woman thing that just women do? I want to ask you that.
We go and get our pedicures and manicures. We do our hair and we take baths every day. Men don't do that.
So men don't take baths, man. Okay, then. Boy, I tell you the truth. Boy.
No, but look, you just asked me a question. From a female, you asked, what do women do? And I just said what we did. So just because I said what we did, you said I said men don't do this. So you just did a whole comparison yourself. What you just said, so you said men don't take baths every day.
Okay,
you took that perspective from what I said women do every day.
You said men don't do that.
I just said women do it every day.
And you hold on, but you still switched it up and said men don't do it.
I told you at the end because I know that that's what you were gonna take from it anyway. So I just threw shade at the end.
And look at this, because a man asks a woman or not, it's a B behavior just because he a pimp. Pimps can ask a woman. The man told her he was a pimp. A pimp can ask for money. There's no book that say, yeah.
I missed that. Oh, you're talking about Patricia. Okay.
No, I'm talking about what Chelsea just said. She said he was lying. No real man out here asking women
for money. That's probably
that's what she said. For money. That what she said right there. For money. And that's bitch. But no, that's a pimp. You can't tell a pimp that is. You know what I'm saying? Save the world. Give more head.
Marcus, I know you're not talking when every conclusion to your sub-point turns into what women do and don't do.
Yeah, but I don't be talking about men from the door. Then I switch it to women. You ain't never heard me say, oh, you know, men like playing football and women do too.
Is that what you're gonna call out the one thing that you know most women don't do?
Hold on.
You so biased. It's terrible.
Why you talk? Why I can't get my point out? See what I'm saying? Anytime y'all think I'm making a good point, y'all just tag.
Okay, here's your opportunity. I do apologize if you felt I was cutting you off. So please carry on.
Always cut me off.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're listening.
Just like when I talk about, okay, when I say about women and men and when we be talking about how men build or do the plumbing and do the roofs and do all that, I don't say women do it too. Because they don't. It might be 2% of women that's out there doing what men do. When you go out there and you see men cutting yards and lawn service, how many women lawn service you see out here running around when somebody jump out on that thing and somebody run up to you and start cutting yard? How many times you seen a woman lawn service go do that? How many times you done called a plumber and you seen a woman show up and start plumbing and taking off the stuff? How many times you seen that? When an electrician, how many electrician women you seen pull up in your van? How many cable women you seen pull up at your front door and climb the pole and do your cable? I don't say women do it too, because they don't do what men do. They do what women do, and now they want men to do what women do. I'm just saying. Let's. What's up, Karen? We know you late. We know you late. You are like super late. You are like 2 hours and something late. Yes, you're late. Yeah.
Emily Belial, t-shirts, pillowcases, etc. Voluptuosity t-shirts and apparel. Black Queen said, facts. Please let him know he is very one-sided tonight. All of the guys are. They must have had a guy meeting this week. Oh,
whatever. Y'all just don't. Y'all.
I'm just tripping. Calm down. Okay.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying what happens is y'all, couple ladies try to put y'all try to put a lot of females in y'all little small space right here. Y'all try to say, oh no, women don't do that. How y'all know? Y'all just a couple of individuals trying to speak about that claim that y'all don't hang out with all these folks and that. Us men, that I say we run the streets, go to club, work here, this and that, and we telling you about men in general, what they like and this and that, because we talk to men, we talk to women, all that, and we just telling you what men think when women do certain things.
Okay, so but you can't judge women on the 1,000 women that you probably interacted with sexually.
But we can't judge most.
You can judge those 1,000 you've been with or more.
We can judge most because guess what? Even when I'm out and I'm talking to my partner over here, or go over here, I see the same problems. I look on the internet.
So you cover a multitude of Mississippi.
Listen, hold on. Ain't this it's just a scientific fact that over 70% of women leave marriages, file for divorce?
But that's all you discuss divorces. Well,
I'm
that's what you said. I don't know. I haven't researched it.
Google it up on your little.
I haven't researched it. I will at another time. We have.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. When you're dead right, you.
Yeah. When I don't know, I can't just agree with you because you said it.
You know you wrong because it probably higher than 70.
What do you mean? I know I'm wrong. How would I know I'm wrong? You said it, so that's what you said. That's your opinion, or that's your research that you found.
Facts.
Okay, well that's your fact. That's your fact of your opinion. Okay. So if I don't know, I haven't researched it. I can't just
you got Google right there.
We got to catch up first, okay?
Whatever. Go ahead.
Kenneth said, I'm not here to insult any of you. Just speaking my opinion, all due respect. Oh, Kenneth, we all here just basing our opinions. No hard feelings, We just here to talk about it.
Chelsea calling people names and stuff.
She called him by his name, but she didn't put X before, that's all. Patricia said, well, I didn't need him in my life. He must have had a pimp because I can hold my own. A pimp. Oh, Lord. Just said the other night when we were talking about men moving in with women, you made it the woman's fault for not supporting his broke tail. Yeah, right. Yeah, all right.
What? Oh, no. I was saying, no, when we were talking about moving in with women, I was saying the reason a man That was the whole purpose of the show. Why would a man? And I said from the door, he doing bad. If he got to move in with a woman, he doing bad. I said that from the jump. Any man that got to move in with a woman, he's doing bad right then. Bam. He's not on his feet right then. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I said. So did nobody say, oh, I'm saying that if he start doing certain things, like say you doing everything by yourself, if a man get there and he's cutting the yard and he's doing other stuff to contribute to the household, what's the problem? That's what I was saying.
Chris saying men do it too is an insult of the highest order for women. Why would you ever compare yourself to a man? Ew. Okay.
Right. Cause they can't. Cause everything that I just said that I was saying about the plumbers, the what's name and all that, they ain't seen none of this. They swear down. Hold on, you stopping me again? Y'all swear down. Y'all run the world, and y'all the one make all these big bold moves, and y'all don't listen. Women do this all day. 2% of women do work that men do, real work that men do. But guess what? Ain't none of them folks showing up at it when it's time to bring a washer in your house, a dryer in your house, to set it up and all that. There ain't no women showing up at your house with it.
No.
Yeah, when it's time to put a TV up on the wall, how many women came over y'all can call to put a TV up on the wall? I mean, all this stuff that I'm saying, women do not do this, and that's all I'm saying. I don't say women do same thing men because I know they don't. They do what women do.
Okay, I agree with you. No problem. Here in Florida all the time, plumbing, lawn care. Okay.
Oh, she
That's another area.
Well, she said she knows some women that do.
Yeah, that does plumbing and lawn care.
Oh yeah, that's the 2% I was talking about. Because you ain't gonna find it in Mississippi.
That's what I'm saying. These intervals that we're talking about is right here. You know,
yeah, there's a couple of women I know. I know a couple of women that actually do, hard labor work. That paint and do little flooring and all that. We done had women that come on this show to tell us the type of hard labor work that they do. But I'm saying, running a business. When have you seen a company? When have you seen a bunch of women pull up to do something, to build a house? Well,
that's okay. That's okay. The men can pull up to build the houses, but I guarantee you, he got some female operating his paperwork.
All right, come on, let's catch up.
Okay, now we need to catch up. Okay, deflected. Okay,
go ahead.
Chelsea said, talking about he can cut some grass, and that's an excuse to sit his $5 ass on the couch breathing up my air. She's talking about the thing about the men moving in with the woman. That's why he should have his own.
Look, breathing up her air like she wasn't going to have the air on if he wasn't there.
Kenny said, why was mothers telling their daughters not to let a man lay on them and get them wet and not give them money?
Right. That part.
Well, my mother never told me that. I've heard somebody say that. My mom said, don't get a wet pink sleeve before being fed or something. Okay. But I've never heard that. My mother never told me nothing like that.
I got one more thing.
So, Mr. Kia, do research on behalf of women and men or just men.
Listen, I got what's the name? Now, guess what? Back in the day, women want to say they equal. But this tell you that men and women are much different from the dope, because just like you said, daughters, ladies were telling them, don't let no man lay. And guess what? Right there, it's a woman. It's women everywhere, somewhere that's not working. That the man take care of everything in the household. Nothing to be said. But if it's the other way around, y'all call her a fool. Y'all, what the hell you doing? This sorry nigga, he ain't doing this, doing that. That's what happens. Just like she said, bomb breathing up her air. But hell, men used to take care of women all the time back in the day. If you want this equality stuff, step in a man's shoes for a minute and see how big them things is. Because they bigger than a lot of women can handle. Because you wouldn't be complaining if you can handle it like a man could. Yeah.
Black Queen says, so, Mr. Know-It-All, do research on behalf of women and men are just men. Patricia said, that's a guy just not used to having money. If women letting them men pimp them, they throwed off. I'm not settling for a piece of crap like that. I don't need no pimp. A real man wouldn't even come to a real woman like that. I'm just saying it's not that serious.
Well, you said when you met him, he told you he was a pimp. So you stayed with him 3 more years too long after you met him.
Don't do it. Oh my goodness, I may have a problem. Mr. Know-It-All, a pimp shouldn't be doing bad unless he's getting high off his own supply.
Well, if pimp doing bad, what he doing with you? You shouldn't even be with a pimp. Why would you be with a pimp? What would make you feel like a pimp is a nice man to chill with?
I know, right? I don't know what was wrong with me.
Right.
Here we go, deflecting at his best.
Hello.
That pimp's supposed to be able to hold his own.
Oh.
I just realized when I consider meeting a woman, I wonder how many is this motherfucker gonna be? How manly is this in that?
Right.
Mr. Know-It-All, is it any pimps in Mississippi?
Oh, it plenty in Mississippi. Okay, go ahead.
An aggressive broad used to be a surprise.
Right. Back in the day, it used to be a surprise when a woman got out of the You'd be like, "Whoa, hey, she must have been in." You know what you say? She must be a G queen or a V queen because you knew she was in a gang back then. Now, all these women act like they're in a gang. Go ahead.
Joseph said, "Cause y'all be sending us off with a wet sleeve and that's it. Not satisfying or nothing. I done put this man to sleep and got nothing out of it. Disclaimer, my mama didn't teach me this."
There it is. Need to be paid for a service.
Kenneth said, "I do research on both." No, she's not saying being paid for a service. She's saying she should get, something in return too,
Like what?
Kenneth said, "I'm in agreement with women. That's a lot of men aren't being men."
Because she actually said that she should get money if it was not right. I can go back now. She sure said.
Sorry for all the bad English. Oh, girl, you're typing fast. We going pretty fast. You just typing fast. Any women I deal with on any level, I help them. How you help them? I'm trying to see. You saying you pay? Or you help, like, talk to them, or you encourage them? What you do? That's what I'm trying to see. What kind of help?
You can't help a person by just paying. You have to educate them on what they might be doing wrong and how they.
Well, that's what I'm asking him. How he helped them, because there's a lot of guys out here feel like they can be Captain Save-A-Hoe, and no.
She said that was a mistake and she regretted a big mistake. But y'all too old to be making them kind of mistakes though. messing with men that ain't no good for you at a later age is destruction just about.
That part. Chris said, right. That biatch banging, ain't it? He said, gang banging. That guy wasn't raised right.
Yeah, but you probably could tell that from the door. That's what I be saying. Y'all always talking about
You ignore the butterflies. You got the butterflies,
no,
but you ignore the person.
no,
You
it's
know, you just
no,
accept
no,
the
you don't.
moment.
No, you don't.
No, I'm
Because
saying that's what we do. We do
no,
that.
listen. No, you don't, because y'all know what he is. Y'all know this joker ain't no good for me, and you still indulge in it.
And
So
that's
that is
what I be
that is
asking.
not a smart person. Like when I
Right?
go to the boat and you start gambling. I remember a long time ago when I had a club and I had the gambling machine in there. He said, "It's all right, but it ain't. This machine ain't made for them to win. It's made for them to keep on wanting to spend money. So it ain't made for you to win. And when you look at if you look at a man and you claim that he ain't good and he ain't no good, you making yourself not able to win by choosing him.
Well,
If you look at a man and you say this man ain't no good for me, and you continue a relationship, that's on you. That's called accountability. That's on you. You cannot go back and say, "Well, I shouldn't have." What? You knew what? How they say? You knew what it was, and you still indulged. It's the same thing when people be eating that eating greasy fried what's the name. They know it's gonna clog up their they stuff in their chest, and they still eat it. I love it though. They done seen the grease when it cooled down and they turn it over backwards and it won't come out of the bowl. They done seen Coca-Cola get acid off your car. They done seen all this stuff that seems so dangerous. They done seen you put what Coca-Cola and what's that gum that they put in the Coca-Cola. They be making all kind of
Mentos.
They done seen this stuff bubble up and fill up a flat tire and all that. And you will chew that gum and drink a Coca-Cola. You know this don't go together. These are chemicals being put up in your body, and you trying to make this stuff work. Okay, don't blame nobody when it don't work, when it start messing up yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Kenny said all of the above. I've helped out without sex. Chelsea said, I don't personally do this before you try to use it against me. I'm speaking for the ones that do it. And some things I've heard women say.
See, look at that. Now, we just said you don't supposed to be doing all this whole speaking on. Yeah, I remember you was there. Oh, I can't speak for nobody else. I can only speak for myself. And now I speak on, but when I get to speaking on men in general, now we got a big problem. That's all I be trying to say. Men in general.
He said he's helped the women out motivationally, spiritually, and emotionally.
Right.
Okay. What's bartering in a relationship? What is that?
That means I give you something, and you give me something. It's the barter system. That's what relationships and that's what the world is built on, barter. You give me something, I give you something. And that's what relationships are.
You're asking me or you're telling me?
No, I'm saying that's what relationships are. Like that's why I compare stuff to the lines and stuff like that. Because
oh goodness,
the woman would go out there and hunt. But even though the big lion will come and eat first, it's for him to have strength and all that to be able to protect it. Anybody that come to try to attack them. So even when a woman is feeding a man, it might seem like you're just giving him some free food. You know when you need him, he gonna be there for you. You feel what I'm saying? And the women that don't know stuff like that, that is the problem sometimes.
Well, you shouldn't treat a good woman like that. When you say and you know she's a good woman,
A pimp don't care nothing about being a good woman.
what they care about.
Put it in my pocket at that time.
Okay. Well, you just defined. You let us know then you was a pimp. How would you know that if you weren't a pimp?
See, listen. Listen.
So you just know this?
Can I tell you something?
I just said, how would you know?
I watched what's that game that they play? Jeopardy. I watch Jeopardy and I see
Okay,
people
so
that
Jeopardy
know all these things on Jeopardy. But just
Okay.
because they know these things don't mean they done actually did it. That's because
Okay.
they smart.
I just
You
asked.
can be smart without having to do everything.
What
I
you
know
say,
stuff.
smart?
I know stuff about stuff that happened in Japan. Do that mean I traveled to Japan a lot? No. I read
So
up
you've just
stuff. I do
you've
it.
done pimp research.
That part.
Okay. Well, just answer. Okay. Right now, give me some money.
See? There it is.
She's not playing. She's serious. Patricia said, I'm not blaming no one else but myself. Karma is a real B. In his part, he said, I was the karma. Oh, wow. Gerald said, yes, eat first.
Yeah. Like the line. That's what I'm saying about the line. He eat first because he got to protect. And then that's what women then got away from. They feed the kids first. They feed the man about last because he ain't important no more. The man used to get the big piece of the chicken. Now he got to fight the baby food. You remember that back in the day when they used to get a man the big piece of chicken?
I hear people say that all the time, but I just know that my father's plate was fixed first, even if he wasn't home at the time for dinner.
Yeah.
His plate was fixed and put away, and then we eat. So whether he was present or not.
Yeah, what they meant about that is you get the biggest portion, the biggest portion of the
I
food.
understand.
So it's still something.
Chelsea said they don't care about a woman being good. They looking for victims. They looking for a gullible woman that gonna believe words, not actions. That's why, as women, we have to be emotionally intelligent and sense the BS from the get-go. A lot of times we don't. We be so fascinated with our emotions till we ignore what we're dealing with. And before you know it, you'll be 20 years in this stuff. You're like, dang, I knew this 20 years ago, but I'm still here. Why? So hey, it is what it is. But I understand what you're saying. Lack of intimacy. Kenny said, what you need, baby?
I think a little bit of that good stuff came back out of him right there.
Kenny trying to be the fulfilled man.
It's hard to keep that thing in sometimes.
It just come out. Mr. X said, what you need, baby? And I can see you singing. I don't even know you. Just feel like you're saying, what you need, baby?
Hood Talk Cookbook.
Oh, Lord.
I'm telling you, man. That's my insurance for you.
Okay, wouldn't that be nice?
The shell of a boy is a man.
Oh, goodness. He said, speaking of money, where that cash at? Y'all watching the show? Ain't it mine? Well, here come the collection plate. Oh, okay, you got to do your offering, preacher. Pastor, where you offering that, Pastor?
Oh, you know, I'm gonna put my what's name up there. Plow.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that old offering now. Hey, come on now with it, Chris. Chris like throwing them coins. Y'all better watch out now.
Which one we was on anyway? Lack of enemies. Yeah.
Lack of intimacy.
Oh Lord, lack of intimacy.
Yeah, what you got to say about that? Do you think that could be an issue?
There's a lot of issues.
Oh Lord, lack of intimacy it can make you distant and discontent. You know, you have to make an effort to carve out time to get intimate time with your partner. And then when you just feel like you don't even, it doesn't even matter, that's when it's becoming a problem.
Right. Read that right quick. What I do to you? Oh, I got to watch because you. Ready to you ready?
Yeah. Intimacy is the key to a contented relationship. If you're always experiencing an unexpected relationship with your partner, that too at such an early stage, then you need to communicate about it with them instead of keeping it locked up and suppressed. Let it out and find a solution. I agree. I agree. And that's part of communication as well.
Well, I know how they say. I know. Let me see. Now, one thing I can do, I can add this to my show. How they say show tomorrow. I know you done had a long day. Then me too. When we going? Say we going? What we in anyway? Okay.
All right, Chris said, who will be the first to give their support? He said, how much you said? Whatever you support, Kenneth. He said, Reverend Know-It-All, Deacon Bella. Deacon Ness, I don't have balls. I'm Deacon Ness. Just said, my man gonna see. Give my money to Marcus and I'll pick it up.
She gonna come pick it up. Y'all know y'all.
Oh, man.
Y'all love to come after me on this and that old money, boy. They something else they sell, man.
I need to develop me a Cash App so I can have my own coins.
Uh-oh.
Support the cause. Man, you flashing that cap ass like a shy stripper. But you just said some men just have that tender eggplant and want to experiment with other cats. All women are not the same.
And all men ain't the same.
I know, right? It's some guys that feel like they got it like that, and they don't be having it like that. They be advertising, and
some
if they talk too much, they just talking. So just know that part.
and guess what? There's a lot of virgin men out here
Yeah.
at a young age, and women can get with them and have a lovely life. It's them that's always looking for the popular dude, the big old chest, the one that exercise all the time and all that. And you know he ain't gonna do right back. You know he ain't gonna do right. He tell you he ain't gonna do right. Okay.
Kenny said, "Why would I give my money to another man?" I'm a lady, honey. What you mean?
Ah.
He said, "I was about to call your bluff." He said, "Man, fuck this show. They ain't trying to do nothing. Keep the cash app up, fool." Oh, okay. He gonna deliver it. Don't y'all use to be partners here? He said, "We trying to support y'all black asses." I know. Thank you. I appreciate you, Chris. We know you're gonna support us. You know, you do well. Thank you, sir.
Right on. She got it. Patrice sometimes got it out for something. He did something. That pimp did her something kind of bad and thing. Pimping? Okay. Good night, Benny. Yeah, we about to get out of this. So mad. But I love, respect y'all. He said he's so mad he can't type.
But I appreciate you, Chris. It's all good. I appreciate every time you show up. If you brag on your eggplant, you don't have nothing. And that is so true.
That ain't true.
They call that false testimony. It is. You don't have to talk about something that you have. It's better to show it.
Listen, I'm telling you, I know partners, and I remember.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Look, I remember partners. I remember just being around dudes that used to be talking about Viagra and all kind of stuff. Folks used to be trying to talk about Viagra and everything when we was out in the street. They were like, "Hey man, I got a half a pill, man. I'm gonna take that before I go hit my chick because I know she gonna want it out." What? Man, you about to have because I remember they used to talk about how Viagra might make you go blind or something back in the day. Like, nah, player. Joker ain't going blind over no coochie. Nah. Not them couple of minutes.
All right now, it's getting late.
Blind.
Black Queen said, what she say?
Can't see the cash out.
Oh, he can't see the cash out. Oh, okay.
Somebody can't say. How they say. One thing we're gonna do, we're gonna mess around and how they say, how we prove. She said she be grinding it up, putting it on man drink.
Oh wow.
You try to get that thing going, boy. She said she be grinding up. Lord have mercy. Good night, y'all. Cause we
Good
finna,
night, Chris.
we finna get up out of this thing. How they
It's
say? How we go out? Just like we came in. Yeah, yo.
good night, everyone. Enjoy the show.
Yeah.
What you doing, man? What you doing, man? What you doing? What you
Good
doing, man?
night, everybody.
Please, please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes, look at you.
How they say?
Oh shit, not good. Got him!
He called. She belongs to the streets.
And like I said, y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. How they say, it's Petty Tuesday. We was trying to get a messy Monday. But we're going to work on that next week. Some messy Mondays and Petty Tuesdays.
Oh, Lord.
And get this thing crack-a-lack. How they say? I see
Please, please,
y'all
I don't have any time for any gossip now.
tomorrow.
Eh? Yes, look at you.
Peace.
Good night.
You had to shoot my gun. Please.